it's Bron Webster here from Multiple Success. It's Friday and it's the 1st of May. I have no idea how we've got through to May. It's just flying by. I just wanted to pop on today because this is something I'm seeing an awful lot of on various groups where people are being diagnosed. We're in lockdown and it's really difficult if you're just diagnosed because you're just feeling very much on your own. So I've got five things that I wanted to share with you really quickly. And the first is being aware of your emotional expectations. If you've just been diagnosed, you're going to go through all kinds of emotional experiences. You're going to be feeling things, you're not sure if you're feeling things that are normal. So it is perfectly normal to have your emotions all over the place. The second thing is make sure that you are only using really reliable sources of information. Don't Google everything and pay sort of really close attention to which groups you're members of and what sort of information you're getting from those. You might want to think about how you're going to tell people around you and help them with their reactions and their onward communication. A big one for me is thinking about how you are visualizing this disease. So we've got to think about MS outside of ourselves, and it's quite difficult for me to explain it. And yes, MS is part of us, but we also want to try and think about MS as a separate thing and visualize it in a separate way. So that we can think about how we're going to be with MS in the future, and how much of a part of our lives it's going to play, and how are we looking at things, what does it look like it's going to be for us in the future. And hopefully that's not going to include being in a wheelchair. It's really important. What you think now is going to influence potentially what happens down the line. Another thing is to remember it's your disease, it's your responsibility. So when you are talking to your MS team, when you actually get to do that, when you're talking to them, you need to be in the driving seat, and that's quite difficult if you've just been diagnosed. But it's not in your best interests to just sit and wait for the information to come to you. Ask the questions, and I appreciate you're possibly not going to know what all the questions are that you want to ask, but when you live with multiple sclerosis, you need to be in the driving seat. So you need to be taking the responsibility. You need to remember that nobody can tell you that you need to take this drug or you don't need to take that. It's up to you. It's up to you to look after your health and look after your body. And what else did I put? And then I think day to day, just think about how are you going to deal with getting through and dealing with your thoughts, and just finding an outlet where you can just say what you're feeling. So whether or not you are going to record it onto your phone, whether you're going to set up a blog, whether or not you're going to start doing some journaling, I just think it's really, really cathartic to be able to let your thoughts and your feelings out somehow. So that's just a few ideas that I wanted to talk about. So we've looked at the emotional expectations. They're going to be all over the place if you're just diagnosed. Making sure you've got reputable and reliable information sources. Helping think about how you're going to tell people and helping them to know what you want saying, don't want saying, etc. Thinking about you and your MS and visualising the future, to try and give a little bit of just building the neural bonds that can affect how your future what direction it's going to take, and remembering it's your disease, it's your responsibility, and that you need to find a way to let out all your thoughts and worries and capture them somewhere so that you can have meaningful conversations down the line. Anyway, that was just a really quick catch up. I'm aware that I've not been on very much this week because the podcast has gone live and I've been very much drawn onto all of that. So thanks ever so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day and a lovely weekend. Bye bye.